everybody, it's Amber again. So I'm super excited today to talk to you guys about some of the new paints I got and some of the new glitters that I got. So as previously stated in other videos, I've primarily used Snazaroo paint for a little over 2 years, almost exclusively. I've used a few tags, and I recently got those Bałtycki split cakes. However, I've been trying to upgrade my stash a little bit. So I recently purchased approximately $66 worth of face paint and glitter. Now, as a mother of 5, I don't know if any of you can relate, but my expendable income is pretty small. So $66, I'm going to show you what $66 looks like. I got a tag regular pink, a tag regular yellow, a tag lilac. Oh, and by the way, these are all, what is it, the 32 gram, like this. And I got a Gypsy yawning in the background. I got a Fab Zive Blue Shimmer 20, wait, how many grams is this? 45 grams. It's smaller in diameter, but it's thicker. So it's a cute little case. I've used it already. I used it yesterday for a design we did on Josie. Well, I did, not we. So we made a dolphin, and I used this for the waves. For the rest of the dolphin, I used Bałtycki split cake and some Snazaroo white, and we'll talk about Snazaroo white in a minute. So this was the yellow and the pink that I had, which again, mother of 5, okay, so yeah, I took these down basically to the bottom of the barrel. There we go. And as you can see, there's not that much left there. So I replaced the Snazaroo pink with the tag pink. I replaced my Snazaroo yellow with a tag yellow. And we'll do a little bit of a comparison for you guys. I keep saying we, like, it's just me. It's just me. There is no we. Unless we're talking about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, because they're always with us, of course. Not to scare anyone off. So I'm going to go in with this. Now I don't have these paints ready yet, so I sprayed a little bit of water on it. And since I only have it on the edge, it takes a little bit longer to activate. So, but I'm using 3/4 inch flats for all of these, a different brush for each, so there's no cross contamination. I'm going to use approximately the same amount of water, but the thing to know about water activated paints that I've found so far is that they all take a different amount of water. So I believe it is my experience that tag needs less water than Snazaroo. So here is our Snazaroo pink. You can see, looks pretty good, right? Well, it's just standing alone on its own. Let's grab this tag pink. Activate that really fast. And by the way, when I go and do a job, I usually, well, not usually, I always, before I even get started, I have all my paints out and I just spray them all. And I activate the ones that I know I use a lot. So that way, the first couple of kids that sit in my chair, or adult, don't have to wait for me to do this. So here is the tag pink. Now, I don't know if you can see that as well as I can, but that translucent bit there that you have with the Snazaroo does not, in fact, exist with the tag. And tag is not the most expensive paint. I would categorize it as a step up from Snazaroo, but there is a significant difference. And you can see I used the same amount of paint, but it just is more evenly distributed and more pigmented on the tag. You can see I even have, this is my Snazaroo. There's even more paint that's sort of just pushed back to the end of the brush, and the tag is just nice and creamy and evenly distributed on the brush. So there you have a big difference, really. Okay, so we're gonna go to our yellow now. And I lied, I only have 3/4 inch brushes, so I'm using this one too for one of them, but basically the same. So yeah, so I sprayed a bunch of yellow, or water on this yellow, and I actually think I need some more water. So that's what I'm saying there with the Snazaroo requiring a little bit more yellow, or I keep saying yellow, requiring more water. Funny. Make sure I get a lot of paint on here so you guys don't think I'm tricking you. Okay. Let's see, I got these bracelets on. So here's our Snazaroo yellow. There it is again by itself. You can say, oh, well, that's pretty good, right? Let's see if it covers up my tattoo. And you can even go in there and kind of cover that tattoo. Now let's see what our tag yellow has for us. Whoa, splashed everywhere. So I'm already seeing a difference with the way it's going on the brush. Like, it's fully going on the brush, no problems. This yellow, however, it was like, I don't want to cooperate with you today, or any day for that matter. Okay, so this is our tag yellow. Oh, wow, right? And that's a one stroke. I didn't even go over it at all. But let's go over it a few times. So you can see I went over the Snazaroo. So you're like, oh, well, maybe she wiped some of the Snazaroo off, but nope. Snazaroo, tag. Snazaroo, tag, Snazaroo, tag. Very different. As a review, let's go back and review, as the teacher used to say to us. Let's go back and review. The Snazaroo, well, the tag is much more pigmented and much more of an even coverage. These are pros. So, pros. Much more pigmented more of an even coverage, and also less water and faster time to mix. Now the Snazaroo, thing is that I have a lot of experience, well, over 2 years experience using almost exclusively Snazaroo, and now looking in hindsight in comparison to other paints, one of the main pros of Snazaroo that I will say is that it is very easily blended together. So for instance, I talked to someone recently who loves Star Blends, and I can't wait to get my hands on some of those. They use Star Blends, which is a powder paint, exclusively for doing things such as tigers, a full face coverage where there's blending of different colors. So I said, this person, Snazaroo, is actually really good for that, and they agree. Now this is a seasoned face painter. The only thing is the Snazaroo is not very pigmented, so you're not getting as much of a vibrant, in-your-face design. However, you can blend very nicely together, such as for a tiger, when I would use, for a basic tiger, white, orange, and yellow, or any color palette. I don't get harsh lines. I can blend it really nicely, and it looks beautiful. But again, it's not, as you can see, the yellow is not in your face. I'm yellow, you know, it's pretty translucent and timid. But just using tigers as an example still, I mean, you're gonna have, the main focus of it is gonna be your black stripes, right? So if your line work is on point and that background is well blended, I don't see, you know, a huge problem with that. So I showed you the paints that I got for the 66, which was these 4 paints. Tag, fab.
Any ideas?
But also in that $66, I got this amazing Starstruck. The container is smaller than I thought it would be. It's 1.5 ounces, but there is so much inside of here. I used it once on that dolphin design with Josie, and I just took a little bit off the lid, and it went so far. So I'm gonna show you guys the Starstruck. I guess I need to grab another brush. Now you'll see reviews of this stuff all over YouTube, but I'm telling you, this is worth the buy. So this is how much come on camera. This is how much I'm taking, and that's a significant amount. So I'm actually gonna put some of that back, and you're like, what's that gonna do? Well, I'm gonna show you. There's so much. This thing is so packed with glitter. It's truly fantastic. Now, I got the Starstruck because it's my first one, but this brand, the Festival Glitters, well, by Art Factory, Art Factory's Festival Glitters, they have a ton of these. Well, you know, maybe 15 of these, and they have a lot of different themes, and I hope one day to own them all. Okay, so that's it for glitter. And then I also picked up these at Target. Googling it, I couldn't find like a brand, but they say glitter is my favorite color. I have a gold, I have an aqua, and I have a pink. And I'm gonna show you a picture of my little sample I did the other day. But the one thing that I'm finding that I love about these so far is that I can use them to attach my gems. That's one thing I've struggled with since face painting. If I use the glue that I have, glitter box, if I use the glue that I have, which I guess it's why I love to create. It's just something I picked up at Pat Catan's when they were still open. Face and body adhesive. It looks like a little lip gloss applique. If I use that, this stuff works, but it works really well, and it is very hard to wash off. So I don't like to use that. And if I try to stick the gems to paint, they fall right off. So I'm going to show you guys, or I'm going to attempt to show you guys how this works to put gems on. Just grab a little bit there. Dab, dab, dab. It's there, you can't really see it. See, as for a glitter alone, it's not the best. It doesn't give you a wow factor, I guess you could say. There's my little gem. Perfect. I did this the other day, and it stayed. It stayed on my hand for a while, so there you go. These were $1.99 each at Target, and you get 1.23 ounces. So okay, so Josie's getting a little antsy, so I think I'm gonna cut this video off. I'm very excited to tell you guys that I will be getting a Wolf White, and then we'll do a whole thing on white, and I'll tell you my thoughts on Snazaroo White and my new thoughts. And I think I'm also getting a global Sunstroke palette, so I will give you a comparison video on the Balwitsky and the global. And the Balwitsky that I thought I got a great deal on when I was a little bit ill-advised and uninformed, turns out the global palette was the same exact price plus $5 shipping on Amazon, and I'm thinking that it's gonna be a lot better, so we'll find out. Thanks. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, guys. You can also find me on Facebook. Have a great day.